Hello everyone, this lesson is on marriage. So we're looking at the patterns of marriage and cohabitation and the reasons why these patterns are occurring. So you've got some key terms to look at. You can copy them into your book if you have your book with you. So key terms: arranged marriage. So that's a marriage where parents help to choose a bride or a groom for their child. Not to be confused with a forced marriage. Sometimes people incorrectly use those terms interchangeably. In an arranged marriage, the person has a choice as to whether they get married or not to the person that their parents have chosen, whereas in a forced marriage, they have no choice. They are forced into the marriage. So just be careful when using those terms. Monogamy is the practice of being married to one person, and serial monogamy is when you marry one person, you divorce them, you marry someone else, you divorce them, you marry someone else. So they're monogamous in that they're only with one person at a time, but they might have several partners over their life. So the starter activity, why do you think marriage is declining in Britain? So the pattern is that marriage over time has gone down. And do you think marriage is still important in today's society? So you might want to just answer those questions in that box. So interpret the data. So I've got 3 sets of data here. The first one on divorce and marriage, the second one about the average age of the first marriage, and the third one, divorces per 1,000 of males and females. So write down 3 trends that you can see from the graphs and the table. So one thing from the first, one thing from the second, and one thing from the third. Okay, cohabitation in the UK. So cohabitation is when you live with somebody, they're your partner, but you don't get married. So as marriage rates decline, more couples are cohabitating rather than seeking recognition of their relationship through marriage. So what I would like you to do is to read the text there, the increase in cohabitation, and answer those 4 questions. So, how much has it gone up by? Is it a long-term alternative to marriage, or is it just a step before people get married? They're just waiting to get married and a bit later in their life. And why has cohabitation increased? What social attitude has changed that has led to people more likely to cohabitate rather than get married? Changing patterns in marriage. So there are several reasons for the decline in marriage. There's a table on the next slide. It's here, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bullet points. Just use those bullet points to explain why marriage declined. There's a challenge task there as well about how legal changes have impacted marriage. Do you think that same-sex marriage changes have led to an increase? What laws do you learn about divorce, etc. Finally, once you've done all that, if you could answer these questions true or false, just to double check your knowledge. That's everything. If you could send over your work to your teacher by Friday, that would be great. Thanks. Bye.